Welcome to the channel, guys. I'm Weedle, and this is the second episode of Carry Hard or Die Trying. And today we'll be watching Crayon Eater do a combined 13,700. Honestly, really good game. So, how does he do it on Malinovka? Well, I hope I pronounced the name of this map right, because the redneck in me loves to mispronounce things. So, first off, when he sent me this replay, I was kind of curious of where he was going to go for his initial spotting. Let's talk about the route he's choosing here, which is also pretty good. So I'm gonna pause it. Now, what a lot of players may be tempted to do is run straight through here, which could get you spotted by their light tank over that's moving up to this bush right there at G5. I think it's right at G5. So good route right off the bat. Looks like he's coming up here to either do an active or passive roll in this bush. It looks like he's just gonna go straight to this bush and do a passive. Honestly, good play all the way though. He's gonna spot this Concept 5 immediately, and this isn't gonna be good for the Concept 5. He's not gonna really realize why he's getting spotted at this point. If you are getting spotted right there, it probably means there's a light tank in this bush. Just FYI, you might want to blind fire it every now and then. Let's talk about the heavy tanks. What is he trying to achieve right here? Well, he's going to give his team valuable information about what's going up the hill. And also, obviously, he's going to spot tanks that are moving up here to try to get some damage done. And he's already picked up 1,400. That Concept 5 did not have fun this game. And here, let's talk about tanks here. Don't get upset if you're not getting a lot of spotting damage of tanks moving up through here. It's mostly information, but if you do get any, it's probably going to be from artillery. Just like this. And lucky he's got two Bat Chat already on the map, and they are doing a pretty good job of hitting what he spotted so far. He's already up to 2k, and so far there's not much to do here except just sit for a minute, let your guys get into position. Moving around a lot while your guys are not in position to fire is not usually going to achieve you much. Okay, now he's decided to move up. Let's talk about this for a moment and why this is the correct play at this moment. So before you ever move up to this position right here, and I know we've all seen tanks do this, but you need to know when you need to do it and when you need to fall back. So if your team has got hill or winning hill, then it's a good idea to move up to this position. However, if your team is losing hill, what you need to do is fall back to the your tree line over here and spot for your tank destroyers or any tanks that fell back off the hill, so they can shoot the tanks up there. And that's another way to get pretty high damage or assisted damage games in this. So let's talk about a mistake that he does right here. And I don't necessarily blame him. I think we're all been guilty of this. He sees this Manticore right here, and he knows he'd like to get this Manticore out of the battle. And he's going to put one shot into him. And of course there was a 4005 there. He's very lucky that 4005 was not shooting a Hesh round. But that's okay. Let's talk about the next decision he makes. That's honestly a pretty good decision. He's going to get up into this tree line here. Now, it's first you see him kind of move up, then back down. What he's checking for is to make sure there's not like a tank over here that's going to spot him doing it, so he's just going to get killed. So he's just basically bouncing up just enough, like, hey, anybody see me? Backs back down. Nobody saw him, so he can confidently move up into this tree line without getting shot. Unless it's just blind fire. So there you go. He can spot that 4005 if he fires. He spotted the 4005 over here. We'll see if he picks up anything from it, but eventually his team will hit those tanks. Obviously, he can spot this Yag that's over here. And if anybody's trying to retreat or move back through here, he should spot them as well. As you can see, he's calling out the T-57, trying to get his team to shoot it. Unfortunately, they just don't seem to be watching the T-57 much this battle. Obviously, he spotted the Bat already. His team was more than happy to kill him. And yeah, so far, he's just going to sit in this bush. There's no reason to really do anything. His team's actively fighting the Yag here. Once they've kind of bled this Yag and his team able to move down the hill. Yep, Yag's falling down. Okay, let's talk about this. So he has an HE round loaded. He spotted the 4005, got an opportunity, ran forward, killed him. And you're going to see he's just going to play around here in the low. There's another 4005 over here. He's loading another HE round. I tell people this all the time. You really need to be carrying HE rounds on your tanks. The two most popular tank destroyers in the game at tier 10 are the 4005 and the Grill. Both can be pinned with HE rounds. So you definitely want to be carrying them. They're going to help you out a little bit. Yep, another 477 damage. The first shot was for 564. It was a really nice roll. And you see this 4005 can't even spot him because you can see right there, he's double bushed right here. So he's shooting through that bush. That 4005 is never going to spot him. And there's nothing the 4005 can do, so he just sits there and dies. Well played's already up to 2700 damage. Let's talk about this. He's going to do an active run here. So when you're doing active runs at this point in the game, what you want to do is just kind of push just far enough that you can spot something and then kind of bounce back. I see often players will get really aggressive when they do this. It's really like, think of it as like probing. You're trying to see how far you can get before you get spotted. And, you know, also, you know, how far away can you stay and actually spot something? So he just spotted the E100 that was over in Forest. First time the E100 had been spotted, believe it or not. Really can't believe that. You know, their team was definitely being very campy this battle. Tried to just do an auto lock to get into that tank. He's picked up another 1,000 from the bat chat back here. And unfortunately, looks like he's going to die trying this match. Haven't had anybody actually live through a match yet. But you know, when you're trying to have great games and you're being aggressive, yeah, it can happen. Anyways, as you can see, 2,731 damage, 11,028 spotting. This is a solid game. For the most part, except for the one mistake over here where he poked out and got a little greedy trying to shoot that Manticore. Not much to nitpick here. Anyways, I hope you guys kind of learned a few things right here. Overall, well played. If you've gone to this bush over here and done some early spotting before, let me know in the comments below how that worked out for you. It's a very common spot. I'll see a lot of good players go to it. You know, again, most bushes on maps are good for early spotting are pretty obvious, but you know, still well played. So that's it for this one, guys. As always, good luck. Hope to see you in some matches, and cheers.